Yet scientific fact is all over the place saying this is real. So obviously they're choosing to deny.
Robert Redford has spent a lifetime shaping Hollywood, not just through his acting and directing, but through Sundance, independent film, and his quiet, steady presence in an industry that often rewards noise. And like anyone who's worked across multiple generations of filmmaking giants, he's had collaborations that were smooth and others that tested patience, creativity, and even friendship. What follows isn't a list of enemies or dramatic feuds, but a look at some of the most demanding working relationships of his career. Moments when personalities, styles, and expectations collided in ways that left a mark on the work and on Redford himself. One of the most talked about pairings is Redford and Paul Newman, the duo immortalized by Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and later The Sting. Their chemistry on screen was effortless, but behind the scenes, they approached the craft differently. Newman, already a massive star, had a deeply technical way of refining performances, while Redford, still on the rise, preferred intuitive choices. Over time, that contrast created occasional friction, not hostility, and certainly not hatred. They remained mutual admirers, even if their creative processes weren't always aligned. Another memorable collaboration came decades later with Tom Cruise, when Redford directed Lions for Lambs. Cruise, both actor and producer, brought his trademark intensity and meticulous attention to image and detail. Redford, known for stripped-down authenticity, favored a more grounded, minimalistic set environment. Their different styles sometimes clashed, but both were working toward the same goal, a political drama meant to spark conversation. The experience simply highlighted how two passionate artists can approach the same project with very different philosophies. Redford also worked beside powerhouse performers like Gene Hackman, whose commanding presence on set was legendary. Hackman's intensity could overwhelm a scene, while Redford often preferred a quieter, focused atmosphere. These weren't personal conflicts. They were examples of two strong creative energies colliding in ways that made productions challenging, but also unforgettable. With Dustin Hoffman, Redford encountered a whirlwind of improvisation during All the President's Men. Hoffman loved experimentation, constantly tweaking lines and exploring emotional beats. Redford preferred precision and structure. Their differing rhythms created tension at times, but the result was one of the most celebrated political films ever made, proof that creative friction can produce exceptional art. Working with Faye Dunaway on 3 Days of the Condor brought another kind of intensity. Dunaway was meticulous, analytical, and deeply invested in her character's motivations. Redford admired that dedication, even if their working methods didn't always synchronize perfectly. Their scenes together remain some of the film's most memorable. And finally, there were actors like Robert Duvall, whose spontaneous, instinct-driven style contrasted sharply with Redford's deliberate approach. These differences weren't personal, they were simply two actors navigating a script from opposite ends of the creative spectrum. Hollywood loves a feud, but the truth is rarely that dramatic. Most of these stories aren't about dislike or rivalry. They're about the complex, sometimes messy, always fascinating realities of putting art on screen. Which of these collaborations surprised you the most? Let me know your thoughts below.